All right, here we go with part two of this whole brake apparatus deal. You see what's going on here? No springs, no O-rings. All the O-rings are going to do, it's not going to stop this thing from moving. Obviously, it's not going to move as freely as this. Okay, this side that has the O-rings in already. You can see there's no jingle jangle, but the piston is still going to be able to push that out. You know, with the lube around here on the outside. I'm going to show you what we're going to do right here real quick. 1/4 inch Allen wrench, right? I want to show you what's going on. First, let's remove the brake pad. Okay, right. Okay, brake pad off, spacers pop out. You see how much shorter those are than the fronts, right? But they're the same size. Okay, so you see the bolts can't come out of there because they're captivated inside that. These were obviously already set up for this self-adjusting system. I think these parts came with the go-kart, which would have been from Harry, which he would have got from me, so we probably did this already. But you're still able to, I guess with this one, we were able to put these caps back in. You see, you just twist it a little bit. I don't want to go too deep. And it'll come right out. Boom. Right? Here comes the bolt. Bolt comes out. And what I want to show you before I take this other one apart is this is the adjuster here. Okay? And you want to be sure, if you're going to try to do this yourself, you want to have self-adjusting brakes. Make sure you adjust the adjuster here. Let's see if we can move it. Yeah, see here we're going a little below the surface of the, and if you've got worn pads, this thing is probably guaranteed. It's probably cranked way out. Somebody has adjusted the air gap on it. Okay, so here, look how far it's sticking out. That just forces that pad out further toward, that's how you adjust. Then, of course, with a standard system, you have to remove your master cylinder cap and slowly pump the brakes so the piston will come out and meet it. Cap has to be off so vacuum doesn't pull it back. Again, you're basically, to adjust these, you basically got, for a second, you've just got an automatic system, an automatic self-adjusting system, and then you put the cap back on, and in my mind, you botch it all up. But here we go. So you want to get that back to flush, because we're never going to use these to adjust, but they have to be there for the rest of this to work. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and we'll remove this cap as well. Boom, done. You can put those on a shelf. You can make a trophy out of them, whatever you want to do. So we take the little spacers, right, and we'll stick our little O-rings on. I'm not putting them right together. I'm putting one on each end. Where they'll end up, I guess when you take it back apart, they'll probably be pushed all the way together if you get, or close, if you get full wear out of your brake pads. We got a little petroleum jelly here. I mean, you don't even need that much, man. It just needs a hair, just a light, tiny little bit, just enough to get it to slip in there. And so it remains freed up. It doesn't get locked up, I suppose there's a lot of different things you can use because these are going to get hot, right? Your brakes, when you use them, they're going to get hot. You might maybe use Never Seas or something in here. I don't know. This is really the first time I'm using O-rings in this fashion to take up the slop space of the spring that we're no longer using. I used to just throw it together the way you just saw me take it apart, So in it goes. Boom. And boom. Right, and then we stick the bolt back in so we can shove that whole assembly right on through. Oop. Sometimes you gotta, I had to do this on the go-kart too to get the, there we go. See, now you can see how the shoulder came all the way through. Now the O-rings will be right up, butted up next to each other. So, and we probably don't want that because it's going to leave, it's still going to leave things a little sloppy. So what we'll do is We'll probably just push that back out just to see what we got going on, and I'll guarantee you they're probably both stuck right together. Oh, there's one in there. Well, that's good. We got one down at the bottom, which we're going to have to get out of there, aren't we, Robert? So we can reset this thing. Right? I'm going through all these extra steps just to show you all what's going on. I didn't do this with the other one. I just left them separated like this and shoved it in. And you can see that there's no slop in that at all, so let's go with a little more lube-ski. I know what you're saying, Bob. You're thinking, you're over-engineering it, Robert. Well, that's what we do here at RPM. We over-engineer things. We'll do things like that. Why? Because we want to be different. Easy, Bob. Take it easy, big fella. Okay, so we want to get that back through just so we're going to be able to get a bite on the pad, but we don't want to jam it all the way through, so... Just get that spacer to come through just a little bit. Okay. Alright, and we'll take the other one and get her going here. I think I might need a little bit more. Lube. Be right back. Yeah, this is live action here. We don't set up no videos here. We do take, sometimes we'll take 2 or 3 clips because I'll burp right in the middle of one like that last one, or something will happen, a phone will ring, or something will happen and we've got to start over. But usually it's just me, the numbskull Robert, out in the garage. It's perfect size, man. Those O-rings fit right in there too. Awesome how that worked out. Okay, where's our bolt? Here it is. Alrighty. We just gotta hit the pad to get this bolt through here, the spacer in here, so we can get the pad back on, like so. Oops. Like I said, live action. Okay, just like that, we got the spacers up flush too. Back on with the pad. Try not to touch it with the lube on the fingers. Doesn't take much thread. Bing, bang, boom, it's back on. And that, my friends, is a springless, self-adjusting O-rings taking up the room of the sloppy slopness. No more jingle jingle, right? And it's just the O-ring itself that is going to keep the piston, hydraulic pressure of that piston to move. Trust me, I mean, come on, if you guys know what you're talking about, the hydraulics of this thing will overcome those little O-rings without a problem. Like I said, the O-rings are just there so the thing doesn't jingle and make noise. So that's what you do with the disassembling this adjuster. Now, like I said, sometimes you can pop this thing back in the housing and be able to rotate the whole thing. I personally have never had that work out, maybe except on this one that we sent, we gave to Harry for his kids a bunch of years ago and ended up getting it back. So I'm going to put it back on the cart and we'll spin her around and we'll show you again how it worked out. Thanks for looking in, folks. Part 3 coming.